What if I tell you that there is a simple, six-letter word that has changed more lives than you can possibly imagine? A word that is dreaded by young and old alike. A word for a disease that many, many people wish never existed. You've probably guessed it by now. Unfortunately, for the patients who have had to hear that simple six-lettered word spoken by their doctor, their life afterwards has been anything but simple. Cancer has existed since time immemorial. Over time, many treatment methods have been developed. Today, billions of dollars are spent funding cancer research every year, in the hopes of finding a cure. Despite major breakthroughs, many cancers unfortunately still do not have a guaranteed cure. But how does cancer even form? And why is it able to destroy so many lives? Before I explain, there are a few things I want to say. Cancer is undoubtedly one of the hardest things a person can go through. Life with cancer. It's not aesthetic, or beautiful, or dreamy. It's painful, depressing, and scary, not just for the patients diagnosed with it, but also for their families and friends, people who have to watch their loved ones slowly weaken and wither away as the disease progresses, and in the worst cases, see them pass away while they feel powerless to help. However, life with cancer also brings out incredible courage in both patients and their loved ones. It makes you realize the strength and resilience of us humans during difficult times. If you have cancer or know someone who has cancer, please know that there is always, always hope. Despite many cancers not yet having a guaranteed cure, some cancers, especially when caught during the early stages, can be cured completely. I will also ask you to please take care of your mental health. I feel like most doctors are more concerned with the physical health of their patients, and their mental health is oftentimes ignored or given very little attention. I think people underestimate the power of our mind and our emotions. While having a strong will to live doesn't guarantee a cure, many studies suggest that a positive mindset, emotional support, and mental well-being can improve quality of life and help patients cope better with treatment. Spend time with your loved ones, with your hobbies, things that bring you joy. We all know that at some point we have to leave this world and that we have limited time, but I think cancer is scary because it makes you feel like that time has been cut short. In a way though, cancer makes people live more intentionally and form better relationships, because with the awareness that you don't have much time left, you start to make better choices that make you and the people around you happier. Changing your perspective towards a positive direction during any situation in your life can do wonders for your mental health. Now, let us begin. Our body is made up of cells. These cells make up tissues. These tissues make up organs. Organs form systems which then ultimately make up our human body. So cells are the basic structural and functional unit of life. Cancer is a group of diseases involving uncontrolled or abnormal cell division. When cells in a part of the body divide uncontrollably, the excess mass of tissue that forms from those cells is called a tumor. Now, a tumor is of two types, and this is a very important distinction. A benign tumor is a tumor that does not spread to other parts of the body and is not cancerous. Benign tumors are mostly harmless, but will need to be removed surgically in case they cause complications. A cancerous tumor or neoplasm is called a malignant tumor. An important property of malignant tumors is their ability to metastasize. Metastasis is the process in which cancer cells spread to other parts of your body. So how are tumors and cancer related? Well, all malignant tumors are cancer. But not all tumors are cancer, because some are benign and non-cancerous, as explained previously. Now that we know what cancer is, let's talk about what actually makes it scary. Cells of malignant tumors don't stop growing. They multiply rapidly and keep dividing uncontrollably, even when the body doesn't need new cells. This causes the tumor to grow larger. Over time, it may compress healthy organs, block vital passages, or invade nearby tissues, all of which interfere with the normal functioning of the body. For example, brain tumors can affect memory and muscle coordination. Lung tumors make it harder to breathe, and colon tumors block digestion. It's exactly what it sounds like. All cells require oxygen and nutrition to grow and remain healthy. Tumor cells compete with the healthy cells in the body to get those nutrients and oxygen. As the tumor increases in size, it pushes against surrounding healthy tissues and steals their supply of nutrients. Over time, this causes the healthy tissues to shrink or even die. In many cases, cancer in its early stages doesn't cause any symptoms. A person might have a tumor growing inside their body while living their everyday life, and not even know it. The good news is that regular medical screenings can catch these abnormalities before they become serious. Cancer symptoms usually appear when the tumor has grown large enough to affect nearby nerves or organs, often causing pain or other noticeable changes. Here's an example so you can understand it better. A man went to the doctor complaining of tingling in his neck and pain in his hand. He assumed it was due to a herniated disc. He later found out that the pain was actually caused by a tumor growing in his spine, pressing on the nerves and triggering discomfort in his hand. Needless to say, these types of discoveries are always shocking for the patient and their families. All malignant tumors have the potential to metastasize, meaning they can spread to other parts of the body. The more a tumor spreads, the harder it becomes to treat. Once it becomes metastatic, it may affect multiple organs, cause widespread damage and pain, and make treatment much more complex. The good news? Not all malignant tumors become metastatic. If detected early, and if the cancer is slow-growing, the tumor can sometimes be removed completely through surgery. Unlike infections that go away with antibiotics, cancer often comes back or resists chemotherapy and radiation. In many cases, a person can remain cancer-free for years, and then suddenly, the cancer returns. In some cases, the cancer doesn't respond to chemotherapy at all. In these cases, it is common for patients and their families to feel hopeless. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, cancer doesn't just affect the body, it deeply impacts mental health as well, both for the patient and their loved ones. This is why many cancer survivors are some of the most mentally resilient and strong-willed people you'll ever meet. So by now, you probably have a good understanding of why cancer is feared the way it is. I hope this video was helpful for you in some way. Thank you for watching. In the next video of this series, I will be talking about why cancer is becoming more common. If you are interested, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Until next time.